Ready? Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's get it wrong. Watch safety three.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. 10 yards on the pickup. Second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the run, Abdullah. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers for Abdullah on the ground last week, 18 carries, 64 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The quick slant caught. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass, dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical. Yes, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
It's so good to see big number 72 Travis Frederick back in a Cowboys uniform. Remember, he missed all of last season with Guillain-Barré syndrome. And prior to that, he'd been to the Pro Bowl 4 straight times at center. And his return, a huge boost to the offensive line. Better to have him in uniform than coaching.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you're preparing for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So get
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. On first down, Abdullah. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the delay, this is Abdullah. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Madison running on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 21 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.